Hi, Nick Ritter here. Welcome back to my series on animating a review. In this video, I'll be going over how to use sound files within Cavalry. And once you know how to use sound files, this will open it up so that you can time your animation to voiceover, to music, to dialogue. Currently, as of the Cavalry 1.1 Beta 2, Cavalry supports two file formats for audio, .aif and .wave. If ever you have questions about those formats or anything else about Cavalry, you can go to their website, click on Learning or scroll to it, click on Documentation, and we'll type into the search field here, Asset Window, which is the window here where you import all of your files. And then this gives you a whole list of the supported file types. Now to import files, all you have to do is right-click here in your Asset window and click Import Assets, or you can go up to File, Import Assets. And then you can just click and drag to bring it into your composition. We can already see the waveforms here within our timeline. I'll double click on this audio layer and it'll bring up the attribute editor where we can see the different options that we have. To demonstrate how this audio data can be used, I'll create a square here. And then let's take the data coming from the sound and drive that into the height of our square. I'll zoom in quite a bit so we can see what's going on. Now as I scrub through the audio, the height of our rectangle is changing based on any time that there's any audio. If you only want to grab audio data from a specific band or a specific frequency, then you can come in here and click to toggle frequencies on and off. I'll click this button to turn them all off, and I'll click this frequency to only use this band's frequencies of data to drive the height of this rectangle here. There's a lot more that we can dive into with this one node, but we're not going to be using these features in this example. I just wanted to let you know some of the options at your disposal. Now in your version of Cavalry, when you click play, you may not hear any audio. And that might be because it's still an experimental feature. You can click on Window, Preferences, and there's this Play Audio Experimental option. Just make sure that is checked. This wave file is a voiceover that I had made in advance of me reading a smaller version of a review from the Cavalry website. We'll use this review in other videos in this series. An app that shows everyone what is possible in a 2D animation application made for motion designers. Next up, I want to create markers or visual indicators to tell me where the animation points would be. In case I want to make a marker when the dialogue starts, and I want to set a second marker when it's time to go from the first half of the dialogue to the second half of the dialogue. The first one, I can just look at my waveforms here, go to frame 5, and Cavalry at the moment doesn't have a marker system, but what you can do is just set a keyframe on this strength 100%, and there's our visual indicator. And then we'll play it through until after I say possible. An app that shows everyone what is possible. Okay, I think I went a little bit too far. I'll go right at the end of this tall box here, set another keyframe. Then with my playhead at this point in the timeline, I'll click play just to make sure that I'm not grabbing the audio from possibility. On a 2D animation application made. Sounds perfect. Okay, so I've got my two markers set up. This will help us with the animation in the future videos. So we've learned how to import audio, the kinds of files that work within Cavalry, some of the ways that you can use audio to drive animation within your Cavalry project, and then how to set markers so that we have visual cue as to where we want to animate. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon so you don't miss any of the videos in this series. Let me know down below if you have any questions or other comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.